Hello students, welcome to Target IES. Let us continue with module number 4. I hope you are enjoying, right? Transportation engineering, I hope you are feeling it is very simple, right? So in the first 3 modules, we have finished this chapter 1. If you have any doubt in chapter 1, you can ask me. And not only that chapter 1, the entire transportation engineering will be very simple. You need not worry about it, but be careful about maximum and minimum values. Maximum and minimum values. There are some standard formulae. And whatever question for get right, it will come from that standard formula only. No need to worry much about that. But whatever answer you are getting right, you have to be careful about these limits. For example, for that parameter, just for example, maximum value is 50 units. Okay, but you got answer as some 70 units. ठीक है, you got some answer as 70 units. वहाँ पे रहेगा ऑप्शन, ठीक है, 60 रहेगा, 70 रहेगा, 50 रहेगा, and even like 25, 30 भी रहेगा. So you got answer as 70. As soon as you get the answer, you will tick it and you will be losing the marks in transportation engineering. Please be careful. These limits you have to be perfect. Okay. So अगर maximum 50 units है, you will be ticking 50 units. I hope you got it right. समझ में आ गया आपको? So be careful with these limits. Very important. Formulas will be very simple, but limits also you have to remember corresponding to that formula. Now coming to this geometrical design. See, whatever design you have, it could be any subject. Obviously it will have a code book. Okay, there will be set of guidelines which you have to follow in every design. Here in transportation, the highway geometrical design, what is the code book we have? We have IRC 73. याद रखना, 73 is for geometrical design. IRC 73, the first edition, it came in 1980, again revised in 2012, then revised in 2015. ठीक है, next revised in 2015. I hope it is very clear for you. Now in this chapter geometrical design, there are a lot of things we have to handle. Okay, so I am dividing it into 4 parts. आज हम पढ़ेंगे cross section elements. Tomorrow we will study site and then followed by horizontal alignment and vertical alignment. So I will try to finish this cross section elements in one module. If not, then I will make it complete. I will complete it in 2 modules. Okay, so continue with cross section elements. See, the first thing I want to discuss here is pavement characteristics. When I want to talk about pavement characteristic, what is the most important characteristic in transportation? That will be my frictional force, right? So let me make it very clear. We have 2 types of friction. One is lateral friction, other is longitudinal friction. But before that, what is longitudinal and what is lateral? If someone doesn't know, please do concentrate. तो ये हो जाएगा आपका longitudinal. Along the road, that will be your longitudinal, and this will be your lateral. This will be your lateral. I hope it is clear for you. Now let us try to imagine. There is a car. इतना बड़ा कार क्यों, छोटा सा कार ले लेंगे. Okay, so obviously it will have how many wheels? 4 wheels. Okay, now let us say it is traveling something like this on a road. ठीक है, so obviously this will be my longitudinal direction and this will be my lateral direction. It will be my lateral direction. So whenever you are going on a straight path, obviously if you apply brake, जो भी friction यहाँ पे काम कर रहा है in the longitudinal direction, what is that? That will be longitudinal friction. It is very clear, right? And obviously whenever you are traveling on a curved path, please do concentrate. Whenever you are traveling on a curved path, obviously your vehicle will be trying to move in this direction. ठीक है, always your vehicle will be trying to move away from the road. Okay, so vehicle whenever it is trying to move in this, right, there will be some frictional force acting on the wheel. Agreed or not? There is some frictional force acting on the wheel. That frictional force, I am calling it as lateral friction. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया? I hope concept is clear for you. We have 2 types of friction. One is lateral, other is longitudinal. Longitudinal friction ज़्यादा रहेगा lateral friction से, and it is 0.35 to 0.4. Okay, and lateral friction, it is less, it is 0.15. Let me make it very clear. If you are applying brakes, ठीक है, if you are applying brakes, it has to stop along the longitudinal direction only, right? So what will be the friction you will be applying in questions like that? For example, if you want to stop, if you want to apply brake, what is the value of F you will be taking? You will be taking longitudinal friction 0.35 to 0.4. अगर super elevation का topic है, if you don't know super elevation, no need to worry, I will teach you in the next module. So basically the outer side, the outer end of the road, basically it will be at a little bit higher elevation compared to inner side, so that my vehicle will not topple. उसे कहते हैं हम super elevation, the elevation which you are providing on the outer side, so that my vehicle does not overturn. We will study this in detail in the next module. ठीक है, but whenever we have some curved path, obviously my car will be trying to move away, and जब इस डायरेक्शन में ट्रैवल करने की कोशिश कर रहा है ना, तो वहाँ पे आएगा lateral friction. So in all the super elevation problems, if you want to calculate what is your super elevation, what is the frictional force you will be using, you will be using lateral friction. Concept clear है? Perfect हो आप? याद आ गया ना? याद रख लेना. For super elevation type of problems we will be using lateral friction, and for braking problems or stopping the vehicle, all this will be using longitudinal friction. This is the first clarity you should have. आ गया clarity? Now let us continue. Longitudinal friction, this is a friction which is along longitudinal direction, and it is a type of rolling friction. Obviously right, my vehicle is already started to move and we are getting rolling friction in it. Common sense की बात है. And what is the value as per IRC? It is 0.35 to 0.4. Okay, and this whatever longitudinal friction है ना, it generally depends on speed of vehicle. Okay, if speed is more, then the rolling of your wheels is more, then what will happen? Your area of contact will be less. If area of contact between tire and the surface of road is less, then coefficient of friction क्या हो जाएगा? वो कम जाएगा. If area of contact is more, let us say your vehicle is almost at rest, तो क्या हो जाएगा? Wheel is circular, but if you see properly at the bottom it will be little bit flat. Agreed or not? Real life में जाके देखना, थोड़ा बहुत नीचे सीधा आ जाता है. Even though it is circular, थोड़ा बहुत सीधा आ जाता है. What happened? The speed is very less, area of contact is high. ठीक है? But whenever you are rolling, you will not see that much effect. Okay, वो almost area of contact क्या हो जाता है? बहुत कम हो जाता है. So in this case my friction is very high, and in this phase when you already have a rolling body, your coefficient of friction will be less. I hope concept is clear for you, right? And one more question comes, whether old tires are good or new tires are good. Old tires are good or new tires are good. Okay, तो एक example देखेंगे. Let us see this. This is a brand new tire. This is a brand new tire, right? आपकी कार की हो सकती है, बाइक की हो सकती है, it doesn't matter. So obviously whenever you are buying, it will have a very good grip like this. ठीक है, it will have a very good grip like this. After usage, after एक साल क्या हो जाएगा? वो almost numb हो जाएगा, right? You will be not seeing clear threads. Agreed or not? यहाँ पे क्या है? Thread clearly आपको दिखता है. You can relate this even with your slippers. ठीक है, slippers का भी same concept है. See, walking or this traveling by cars, सारा एक ही concept है. Newton third law. See what you are trying to do. For example, let us say you are walking. Not only car, you even human beings. ठीक है, so obviously he is using his legs, right? He is using some legs, and using these legs he is actually pushing the earth in this direction, right? वही है ना, आगे चलते टाइम आप क्या करते हो? You are actually pushing our ground surface in this direction. That's why ground is actually pushing you in forward direction. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Whenever you are pushing it in backward direction, you are actually moving forward. I hope you got it right. Concept समझ में आ गया आपको? So obviously if here there was no frictional force, even if you are pushing, what will happen? Will you go forward? No. I hope you are getting the point. तो frictional force सिर्फ टायरों के लिए नहीं है, it is for all the body. Even if you want to travel, even if you want to walk, frictional force is mandatory. ठीक है, so it is the cause of motion. I hope it is very clear for you. So even the shoes whatever you are taking, it will have, let us take, this is your shoe, this is your shoe, and you are seeing it from the bottom. ठीक है, so whenever you are seeing, उठा के आप shoe देख लेना, there will be clear cut grip, right? Clear cut thread रहेगा, grip रहेगा. But if you are using it for a longer time, what will happen? ये जो grips आ रहा है वो चले जाएगा, right? It will be flatter. So what is happening? If you are walking on a rainy day, you will be slipping out. I hope you got it right. समझ में आ गया? So if you have a old tire, you know generally in rainy season you will be having a slipping problem. Friction कम रहेगा. Whether it is a slipper, whether it is your shoe, or whether it is a tire, concept is same, right? If you have something new slipper or new shoes or new tire, even if there is some rain, वहाँ पे frictional force काफ़ी ज़्यादा रहेगा, and you need not worry, grip काफ़ी अच्छा काम करेगा. ठीक है, concept is clear for you, right? So let us revise once. On a wet road, which tire is better? Obviously new tire is better compared to old tire. But on dry road, let us try to understand. On dry roads, okay, if there is no water, then what will happen? Your old tires will have more coefficient of friction compared to new tires. Why? Common sense की बात है. डायग्राम देख लेना. यहाँ पे एरिया ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट ज्यादा है, राइट? यहाँ पे एरिया ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट ज्यादा है बिकॉज वॉट एवर थ्रेड्स हैव, they are getting numb now, they are getting flattered, so obviously area of contact is more, so frictional force will be more in the case of old tires on a dry road, whereas when you have a wet road, obviously new tires will provide you more frictional resistance. I hope it is very clear for you, right? You can relate it with your day to day activities, right? काफी easy रख रहा है आपको. Now let us move on with the next one, lateral friction. See, lateral friction, when it will come into act, obviously whenever your vehicle is moving on a curved path, our lateral friction comes into picture. ठीक है? It comes into picture only when lateral forces are acting on vehicle. For example, centrifugal force. Centrifugal force कब act करेगा? Whenever you are moving on a curve, it will be acting, and because of this force, this whatever vehicle, right, वो भी यहाँ पे मूव करने की कोशिश करेगा. Whenever it is trying to move in this direction, there will be some frictional resistance, right? उस frictional resistance को हम lateral friction कहते हैं. उसकी वैल्यू कितनी है? 0.15, एंड longitudinal friction की वैल्यू कितनी है? 0.35 to 0.4. कॉन्सेप्ट इज क्लियर? समझ में आ गया आपको? परफेक्ट. The same concept what I have explained here. If centrifugal force is acting in this direction, okay, if you are trying to move your body in this direction, obviously इस direction में आपका क्या आ जाएगा? Tails के पास you will be getting some resistance. That frictional force whatever it is resisting, it is around 0.15. Done. And next is concept of skid and slip. See, everyone who has a cycle, bike, or even a car, they already know this concept of skid and slip. काफी सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. ठीक है? सो व्हेन यू विल बी कॉलिंग सम व्हीकल एज स्किडिंग, यूज योर कॉमन सेंस. स्पेशली इन रेनी डेज द स्किडिंग इज वेरी कॉमन, राइट? इवन मैं भी बहुत बार गिर चुका हूँ. ओके, सो इन रेनी डेज इट इज वेरी कॉमन. सो व्हाट विल हैपन वेन एवर यू आर अप्लाइंग ब्रेक? ठीक है, वेन एवर यू आर अप्लाइंग द ब्रेक, व्हाट हैपन्स? द रोटेशनल मूवमेंट स्टॉप्स. सी, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टायर्स इज वेरी सिंपल, राइट? So the tire actually rotates, and because of its rotation it is going in forward direction. Agreed or not? Right? It is rotating and it is moving in forward direction. There are two types of movements. One is rotational movement, other hota hai translational movement. So this is rotational movement, and because of that rotation whatever it is going forward, that will be translation movement. As simple as that, right? So now let us go back to the basics again. So whenever you have applied brake, what will happen? Obviously your tire stops rotating. So rotational motion reduced. But what happens when you are skidding it? Your translation motion will be more. Okay, you are translating, but your rotation motion is not there. Okay, your translation motion is working on, but your rotational motion is not working. This type of condition we are calling it a skid condition. तो गाड़ी क्या हो जाती है? You apply the brake, even then it moves forward, and most possibly आपका control miss हो जाता है and you fall down. So that is called as skidding. I hope you got it. So what is skidding? Basically when you apply brakes, what happens? That the rotational motion of wheel stops, but translation motion will not stop. It will continue to move forward. So what is happening? Your rotational motion is less than translation motion, and this condition is called as skidding. I hope concept is clear. Next is slipping. ठीक है? So whenever you want to accelerate very quickly, ठीक है, basically sports car में बहुत दिखता है. If you are watching some F1 race, or even if you want to drive it on a very fast pace, okay, what happens? You suddenly accelerate and wheel rotates very fast, but उतना distance पहले ही नहीं जाएगा. Okay, what is happening here? Rotational movement is very high compared to translational movement. This condition is called as slip. Just opposite to that of skid will be slip. ठीक है? How to remember it? Very simple. आपका साइकिल चेन जब भी गिर जाता है, you can, concept is not that, but just for example, if you want to remember as a hint, you can remember. Okay, अगर साइकिल चेन नीचे गिर जाता है, it will not move forward. Even if you want to rotate it, you can rotate the tire, but आगे नहीं जाएगा ना. I hope you got the concept. So that is like slip condition. But slip original कहाँ पे होता है? What is the exact slip? Whenever you are accelerating, especially stop करके सडन से आप पिकअप करना चाहते हो गाड़ी, तो क्या हो जाएगा? टायर ज्यादा घूमेगा, बट इतना लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डिस्टेंस में मूव नहीं करेगा. ओके, रोटेशनल मोशन इज मोर कंपेयर टू दैट ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन मोशन, एंड दिस कंडीशन वी आर कॉलिंग एज स्लिप कंडीशन, एंड इट अकर्स while you are accelerating your vehicle. Now comes the two conditions, pure skid and pure slip. See what I have told you in skid. In skid I have told you your rotational motion is less compared to that of your translation motion, right? It is moving forward, but rotation of wheel stop it. And what is your slip? Your slip is your body is rotating, your tire is rotating at a very fast pace, but your translation motion is very less. Your translation motion is very less. Now I am introducing term called as pure skid. Okay, अगर rotational motion zero हो गया, if you are applying the brake and rotation is stopped immediately, even then it is moving forward, that will be called as pure skid. And what is pure slip? Obviously exact opposite. It is not at all moving forward, but the wheel is rotating. This condition is called as pure slip. Okay, कॉमन सेंस समझ में आ गया ना आपका? बेसिक टर्म You are perfect. Now let us move on to second term, which is unevenness index. What is this unevenness index? The first formula which we are going to study in this chapter, bump indicator is equals to 630 into IRA whole to the power of 1.12, and this is a super important formula. Give it 5 star, याद रखना पड़ेगा. So what is this uneven index? See, whenever you are having a road, even if you are laying a straight road, उसके ऊपर थोड़े undulations रहेंगे, ठीक है, something like this. ठीक है, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पीड ब्रेकर, मैं स्पीड ब्रेकर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. ओके, इवन इफ यू आर ट्रैवलिंग ऑन अ स्ट्रेट रोड, देर विल बी सम अंडुलेशन. वो रफनेस रहेगा ना उसका थोड़ा, राइट, इट वोंट बी कंप्लीटली फ्लैट, वो थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे रहेगा. अग्रीड और नॉट? सो दिस अप्स एंड डाउन्स, they are called as undulations, and cumulative undulations per unit length of road को हम क्या कहते हैं? unevenness index कहते हैं. So cumulative undulations per unit length of road is called as unevenness index, and it is measured by bump indicator. Now use your common sense. अगर undulation ज़्यादा है, ठीक है, तो रोड अच्छा है कि बुरा है? Is it a good road or a bad road? Obviously it is a bad road. Okay, अगर undulations कम है, then it is a good road. As simple as that. Okay, I hope you got it. So how to measure whether it is a good road or a bad road? We have one equipment called as bump indicator, and it is developed by what? CRRI. कब establish हुआ था? 1950. याद है ना? So bump indicator is equals to 630 into IRI whole to the power of 1.12, where IRI stands for International Roughness Index. ठीक है, International Roughness Index. So if you are multiplying by this value, you will be getting one value, right? इसको क्या कहते हैं? बम्प इंडिकेटर वैल्यू कहते हैं, और अनइवननेस इंडेक्स कहते हैं. इफ योर अनइवननेस इंडेक्स वॉट एवर यू गॉट फ्रॉम दिस बम्प इंडिकेटर, इफ इट इज इन द रेंज ऑफ 0 to 1500 mm per kilometer, then it is a good road. Okay, अगर आपका क्यूमुलेटिव अंडुलेशंस it is less than 1500 mm per kilometer, have you got? बम्प इंडिकेटर का फॉर्मूला में आपको सब्स्टिट्यूट करना पड़ेगा 630 into IRA. Whenever you are using bump indicator, you will be getting a value of IRA on that road whole to the power of 1.12 कर लेंगे, and you will be getting this value. If whatever value it is, let us say it is 1000, then you will be calling it as good road. Okay, if it is if your value is 2000, then it is clearly in the range of 1500 to 2500, right? Then it is satisfactory. Okay road है. But if your unevenness index is in the range of 2500 to 3200, then it is bad. If it is bad, you can repair the road. याद रखना, if it is bad, you can repair the road. But if it is greater than 3200, then it is extremely uncomfortable. आपको बहुत धक्के आएंगे whenever you are riding it, and you have to reconstruct the road. So you this values you have to remember for small PSC exams. 0 to 1500 good, 1500 to 2500 satisfactory, 2500 to 3200 bad, greater than 3200 uncomfortable, and you have to reconstruct the road. Okay, बहुत सारे bits है इसमें, please be careful. Next is camber. See, camber is nothing but cross slope. I am not talking about longitudinal slope. Okay, longitudinal slope के बारे में मैं नहीं बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, if it is going up or if it is going down, I am not talking about longitudinal slope. I am talking about lateral slope. ठीक है. So basically, whenever you have a road, right? So you will be lifting the road something like this. You can lift it at the center, or if you can lift it at the corner also, it doesn't matter. हम दो भी पढ़ेंगे, but basically you will be seeing lifting at the center. We generally go for center line elevation. So what we are doing? We are providing elevation at the center, something like this. ठीक है, रोड कुछ इस तरह से रहेगा बेसिकली, बिकॉज वेन एवर द वाटर फॉल्स, यू नो रोड के दो ही दुश्मन है, एक है रोड, दूसरा है पानी. सो वेन एवर वाटर फॉल्स, इट विल ईजिली फॉलिंग अपार्ट, इट विल बी ईजिली फॉलिंग अपार्ट. आई होप यू गॉट इट राइट. सो अगर क्रॉस सेक्शन देखेंगे, वी वांट टू सी अलॉन्ग द लैटरल साइड, देन योर रोड विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस, योर रोड विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. ठीक है, सो दिस इज हाउ योर रोड इज. इफ देर इज सम रेनफॉल, सो ऑब्वियसली वो रेन क्या करेगा, नीचे आ जाएगा. So it won't be getting into my road. I hope you got it right. This is called as camber. The cross slope which is provided to the road by the center line elevation to allow drainage of water from the road surface to the drainage system, we are calling it as camber. And what are the various types of camber we can provide? We can provide straight line camber, ठीक है, 1 degree camber और straight line camber provide कर सकते हो, or you can also provide parabolic camber or 2 degree second. Okay, so it is up to you, or you can have a combination also. You can have a combination, ठीक है, straight and then followed by parabolic. It is up to you. You can do in whatever method. Our main aim is to let the water fall freely from my road. I don't want it to be stuck on my road. Basically what we will be providing parabolic. See, if you are constructing a useless road, matlab a road on which you are not expecting vehicles to go with a very high speed, then you can go for this also, not a problem. If your camber is less, and the road is not being used for heavy vehicles, well and good, you can go for this type of also straight line camber. But basically if the vehicles which are moving on this road are going with a very high speed, if you are designing a road for a high speed vehicles, then obviously camber with parabolic part is preferred. Why? Because just imagine you have some car like this, you have some car like this on this straight wala camber, ठीक है, on this straight wala camber. So whenever it is trying to move like this or like this, obviously it will feel that, right, वो थोड़ा harsh लगेगा. But if you can imagine here you have your car, if it moves something sides, it will not feel anything on a parabolic. I hope you got it right. So whenever the vehicle is moving with a high velocity, parabolic camber best रहेगा. You will not feel any undulation, you will not feel any bumps to your car. I hope you got it. I hope it is very clear for you. What is the equation for this parabolic camber? Please write down. So first of all, this W will be width, right? This W will be width of your road, and slope क्या हो जाएगा? Tan theta क्या हो जाएगा? Just see, if this is theta, you can see this diagram clearly, right? Your tan theta or slope will be nothing but 1 by n. ठीक है, the slope whatever are you are providing camber, that will be 1 by n. So if I am saying I am providing a camber of 2%, how to write 2%? 2% is nothing but 2 by 100. agreed or not? 2% का मतलब वही होता है ना, 90% का क्या मतलब है? 90 by 100. और if I am writing 1%, that will be 1 by 100. I hope you got it right. So 2% will be 2 by 100. So 2 by 100 is equals to 1 by n. Can you tell what is n value? N value will be nothing but 50. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया? If it was 4% camber, if the camber was 4%, then what will be your how can you write it? You can write it as 4 by 100. So then what is your n value? N value हो जाएगा 100 by 4, which is nothing but 25. I hope you got it. A very important point है, please do remember. ठीक है, so your camber or cross slope, it is nothing but 1 by n. Please be careful with that. And what is the equation you will be getting? Y is equals to 2x square by nw. So please do remember. So what is the equation of your parabolic camber? Y is equals to 2x square by nw. Okay, I hope it is perfect. So we'll solve a question also, but before that a point देखना. I have told you, right, everything will have a limit. So as per that limit we have to design. So minimum camber as per IRC, okay, minimum इतना camber आपको provide करना ही है. There are two conditions. One is the areas in which you can expect heavy rainfall, other is areas in which you will be having only light rainfall. Okay, अगर coastal areas की बात कर रहे हो, then obviously you can go for this. If you are going for some states where rainfall is very not that frequent, or even if it falls it won't be resulting in floods, then obviously you can go for this light type. Okay, I hope it is clear. So what is the minimum camber you have to provide? There is no maximum limit, minimum limit hai. What is the minimum limit? If you have a cement or concrete road, okay, if you have a cement, concrete road and high bituminous type, you have to remember this, high bituminous type, then camber minimum how much? 2%. okay, if you have a light rainfall condition, then 1.7%. so these values are very important. So high bituminous to 1.7%. if it is thin bituminous, okay, it is little bit lower quality, right, तो वहाँ पे अभी केयरफुल रहना चाहिए, because water ज़्यादा डैमेज करेगा. therefore the slope whatever you are providing will be even more, 2% से सीधा 2.5%. ठीक है. and if you have only gravel road or waterborne macadam road, then the slope should be even more, 3%. okay, if you have earth road, ठीक है, gravel road भी नहीं है, waterborne macadam road भी नहीं है, सीधा earth road, then it should be up to 4%. minimum आपको 4% provide करना है, so that our whatever road is, it won't be damaged. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया. See, what about this light rainfall? Very simple. फर्स्ट वन इज 1.7, देन जस्ट शिफ्ट द वैल्यूज. ओके, ये 2 है ना, यहाँ पे लिख लेना, 2.5 यहाँ पे लिख लेना, 3 यहाँ पे लिख लेना. आई होप यू गॉट इट राइट. सो नाउ let us try to repeat once again. High bituminous type, what is the camber you have to provide? 2% and 1.7%. Thin bituminous type, 2.5% and 2%. if you have a gravel road or waterborne macadam, 3% and 2.5%. if you have earth dam, 4% and 3%. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया concept. काफ़ी simple है. if you remember this table is also very easy to remember. 2, 2.5, 3, 4. what is it? Very simple. then you can do just copy paste here and you will be getting your values. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया कॉन्सेप्ट, गलती नहीं करोगे. सो दिस इज द मिनिमम स्लोप वॉट एवर यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड फॉर कैम्बर. इफ यू हैव अ गुड रोड, देन थोड़ा कम भी प्रोवाइड करोगे चलेगा. इफ योर रोड इज वेरी वीक लाइक अर्थ रोड, देन यू हैव टू ऑब्वियसली प्रोवाइड मोर कैम्बर सो दैट वाटर कैन ईजिली मूव आउट. ठीक है, कैम्बर मीन्स क्रॉस स्लोप और टैन थीटा. आई होप कॉन्सेप्ट इज परफेक्ट फॉर यू. समझ में आ गया, गलती नहीं करोगे. एंड स्ट्रेट लाइन कैम्बर कहाँ पे प्रीफर करते हैं? if your camber is very less, because for providing less camber parabolic shape will be very difficult. Okay, if your camber is very less, then providing parabolic shape will be very difficult. So basically हम क्या करेंगे, straight line डाल देंगे. ठीक है, if parabolic shape जो भी है, it is preferred for a high speed roads. Okay, for high speed road basically parabolic is preferred because central portion is relatively flat. वो हमें कुछ एक शार्प बम्प नहीं देगा whenever my car is trying to move sides. Okay, I hope it is clear, right? So this gradient concept I will teach you later on. This gradient longitudinal slope जो भी है मैं आपको बाद में बढ़ाऊंगा. Basically it will be twice that of camber. ठीक है, basically the gradient will be twice that of camber. Now for now just remember as a bit, gradient is twice that of camber. I will teach you later on. Okay, next let us come to this problem, very important. Give it 5 star, give it 5 star. The heavy rainfall condition for cement concrete road. See, cement concrete road, what was the condition? Heavy rainfall 2%, light rainfall 1.7%. Okay, so what is he said? Heavy rainfall. So obviously minimum camber how much you have to provide 2%. What is the width of the road? Width of the road whatever is given is 7. तो W क्या हो गया? W is 7. And equation of parabolic camber is, he just want equation of parabolic camber. What is the equation of this parabola whatever you are getting? Very simple. So I know 2% camber I have to provide, minimum इतना provide करना ही है. So what will be my camber? Camber is 2%, that is nothing but 2 by 100. I can write it as 1 by 50 is equals to 1 by n. So my n value is 50. So my equation is 2x square by nw, right? तो मैं वही सब्स्टिट्यूट करूँगा 2 x square value I don't know, I have to find just equation of parabola, that's it, right? So x square by n is 50 and width कितना है? Width 7 meters. So I hope you got it. So this will be 25 into 7, 25 5 are 125, अंदर 2 डाल लोगे तो 175 आ जाएगा. So x square by 175. So y is equals to x square by 175 is the equation of parabolic whatever camber you got. I hope you got it. Concept समझने आ गया, perfect हो आप. Now let us see this concept and I will stop it. ठीक है, or better we stop it. In the next module I will complete this shoulder, divider, curb. छोटा रहेगा module, but it will be a very small module, like 10 minutes module. Okay, have a nice day. I hope you have enjoyed this, right? In the next module you will be enjoying even further. Have a nice day. See you in next module.